Picture this. Taylor Swift, the woman who turned every heartbreak into a Billboard #1, reportedly signing a document that could stop her from writing about her own marriage. Right now, across every corner of the internet, fans are spiraling. Lawyers are being quoted. Screenshots are being shared at a pace that is genuinely hard to track. And here is the question that no one can stop asking. Did a prenup clause just become the most powerful document in pop music history? Because if the rumors circulating this week are even half true, what Taylor and Travis are allegedly agreeing to behind closed doors is far more complicated and far more interesting than anyone expected. Stay with me, because this story is not what you think. Taylor Swift, 13-time Grammy winner. A woman who once famously fought and won a war to reclaim her own music catalog. She doesn't sign things carelessly. She never has. Since 2023, she and Travis Kelce have been the couple everyone can't stop watching. Super Bowl appearances, stadium tours, public declarations of love. On paper, perfect. And now, with a reported July 3rd wedding date circling the internet, save the dates allegedly already sent, the world wants to know exactly what the terms are. Let me ask you something. Do you think Taylor would ever sign something that limits what she writes about? Drop your answer in the comments right now, yes or absolutely not. Because the answer to that question completely changes how you read everything that's coming next. The prenup rumors exploded overnight. And at the center of it all is one specific clause that Swifties are treating like a 5-alarm fire. Let's go back to where this all started. For months, Swift fans had been convinced the wedding was happening on June 13th. The number 13. Her number. It seemed perfect, almost too perfectly Taylor. Then Page 6 dropped the bombshell that the date had changed entirely. July 3rd, 2026. A whole new timeline. A grander plan. Sources say the couple decided to scrap the June date and go, quote, all out. Save the date invitations, reportedly, have already gone out. Which means Taylor Swift could be someone's wife in less than 2 months. Here is where it gets intense. A rumor spread fast, and I mean wildfire fast, that Taylor's prenup contained a clause restricting her from writing songs about her marriage to Travis. Think about what that actually means. Dear John. All too well. Anti-hero. The entire emotional engine of her career has been autobiographical songwriting. It is literally her art form. And the internet collectively lost its mind at the idea of that being contractually limited. But here's what nobody's talking about. The rumor, when you actually trace it back, doesn't come from any leaked document. No prenup has been publicly confirmed to exist, let alone surfaced online. The leak that everyone is referencing is actually legal speculation, expert commentary on what a prenup between two people of their stature would likely include. Honestly, should Taylor even have to explain herself here? Is this the public's business at all? Tell me below, because I genuinely want to know where you all stand on this. Matrimonial attorney Sarah Luetto, speaking to Page 6, and she does not represent either party, put it clearly. She said Taylor would almost certainly protect her creative freedom in any agreement, given how central songwriting is to her brand and identity. The clause everyone is panicking about likely doesn't exist the way the rumor describes it. It gets more complicated, though. Much more complicated. Because Luetto also raised something that nobody had considered. Any album Taylor records or re-records during the marriage could technically be classified as a marital asset. Which means legal teams would have to define what counts as hers versus theirs. The master recordings fight she went through with Scooter Braun? Imagine a version of that, but from inside her own marriage, and that's not the only tension reportedly swirling around this wedding. Sources claim Travis's father, Ed Kelce, who fans will remember as a beloved fixture at Chiefs games, has allegedly been kept at arm's length from wedding preparations. The reported reason? Concerns that he had previously shared private information publicly. Think about that for a second. Taylor is reportedly keeping one of the most recognizable fathers in American sports at a distance from her own wedding planning. The security around this event is, by all accounts, extraordinary. Reports indicate Taylor has been personally phoning guests rather than sending formal invitations, specifically to prevent details from leaking ahead of the ceremony. The woman plans like a general. And right now, the whole world is trying to breach the perimeter. So what does all of this actually mean? Let's be real for a moment. The prenup panic, while understandable, appears to be rooted in speculation rather than confirmed fact. No document has leaked. What the internet consumed as a leak was expert legal commentary on what such an agreement would logically contain. That is a very important distinction. What this story reveals is something far more interesting than the prenup itself. It reveals just how much psychological ownership the public feels over Taylor Swift's life. The idea that her songwriting could be limited didn't just upset people, it felt like a personal loss. And that reaction? Opinion that is the clearest sign of how completely unprecedented her relationship with her audience is. Fans online are split. Some are fully defending the idea of a prenup as practical and smart. She's worth $2 billion. This is not a romantic gesture. This is business. Others are genuinely upset at the idea of any restrictions on her art, even theoretical ones. And a small but vocal group simply does not believe the July timeline is real and thinks this entire media cycle is a calculated distraction. Industry insiders suggest the level of secrecy around this wedding is unprecedented even by Hollywood standards, and that the guest list is reportedly being managed with the same operational discipline as a high-security event. This is completely unconfirmed, but if accurate, it would explain why virtually no verified details have surfaced despite the enormous media appetite for them. What is confirmed? The wedding is reportedly coming. The prenup is reportedly being finalized. And Taylor Swift, as she has done her entire career, is controlling this narrative on her terms. Next week, we are getting into something that has been building quietly for months, and I genuinely think it is going to surprise you. Keep your notifications on, because you will want to be first for that one. If this video gave you something to think about, hit subscribe. Not because I'm asking nicely, but because you clearly care about this stuff as much as I do, and there's a lot more coming.